Premiums are too high and break even are far. So how to manage that premiums? We should wait for them to calm down. See, it will never be in your favor. If you are establishing this strategy where you are basically, buying a future and buying two puts, then this strategy will never completely be in your favor. I'll tell you what. If the days to expiry are more, premiums will be higher, break evens will be higher. If days to expiry are lower, the premiums will be lower, break even will be lower, but time will also be low, and you won't have enough time for the markets to make this amount of move. So you bought today for weekly expiry, and I think you still paid somewhere around 260 rupees per lot premium. If you go closer to the expiry, definitely this premium will drop. Maybe this is just 100 rupees. But then, even though it looks like just 100 rupees, 100 plus 100 will become 200 for two lots, and sometimes market won't move 200 points. You have to understand that these strategies, as you approach expiry, the premiums will drop, but then you won't have sufficient time. And as you stay away from the expiry, to give your trade sufficient time to move, these premiums and break evens will be high. Always remember, like, the one who is selling you is basically assuming unlimited risk. See, what is happening here? You are getting unlimited reward. As long as it goes below or above your break evens, you are going to make unlimited profits. And the other side of it is that the person who is selling you this strategy is making unlimited loss. You have to consider his side also. He must also be knowing something about the markets, right? So if you believe that markets can move this much in this amount of time, the person on the opposite side of your trade must also be having some idea about the markets, that it might do this, it might do that, and that is the reason why he's selling those options, right? You have to think from both sides. You have to think that whether this much break even can be recovered within the given time or not, and if you think that there might be a wild move coming into the markets and it will move this much amount of points within that time, then for sure you can go ahead with the position, no problems. Again, I'll tell you, there are no strategies in the markets which will give you guaranteed profits. I have spent countless hours on this. So many nights I have wasted thinking about this, planning, watching videos. There are so many snake oil salesmen which will give you promises and guarantees that, okay, we have strategies that never lose money, this and that. No, you have to take the risk, and only then you will be able to make money. Otherwise, there is no free lunch here. No matter how hard you try, you won't find something that is completely to your satisfaction, because then the game becomes unfair. Then if you can figure it out, there are so many people with higher IQs than all the people here combined. So don't you think that they might have figured it out? And there is no one that has figured it out. Otherwise, he would have made a disproportionate amount of money and the market would have collapsed. If you find a way to get a reward without risk in the markets would immediately collapse. The markets are sustaining only because there is risk, and the one who assumes the risk is rewarded. So one who assumes the risk without understanding it will lose money. And since it is like this, the market keeps working day in, day out. You have to assume a reasonable amount of risk. You have to settle for a reasonable return, and only then you can make money consistently. Otherwise, the volatility will be too high in your returns to make any sense to continue trading.